Hey, everybody. Welcome to Buffalo Plus and the Buffalo Plus YouTube page. Mike Catalana, a little solo today. Dan and Jenna with the Veterans Day off, as this day happens to be some Bills news, and it's about safety Micah Hyde. He signs a 2-year extension with the team. That'll keep Hyde with the Bills through at least the 2023 season. I think this is a great move for this team. And I was thinking about Hyde's value to the franchise. He really was the first free agent that they brought in when Sean McDermott took over in 2017. He needed guys to be in the back of that defense. And he ended up, I think, getting more of a surprise at how well Jordan Poyer played. Hyde was already a good player with Green Bay. But I think you could make an argument that Micah Hyde has been the most important free agent signing in team history. Back in the day, back when the Bills were good, there were not a lot of free agents. Now, you might be thinking about a guy like James Lofton, who was a phenomenal addition to the Bills. He actually was waived by the Raiders for whatever reason, and then came in and played so well. So I guess you could call that a free agent signing. They claimed him off of waivers. But I'm talking about a guy who's out on the open market and is looking for the best opportunity, and Hyde comes to the Bills. And I just think he's been great. He plays all the time. He is just in perfect sync with Poyer. The two of them together, Poyer's tweeting it out today, keeping the two together. Poyer already got his extension. And I've made a point a lot of times of saying you don't pay two guys at the same position. It doesn't happen very often. But I think the value of these two and the value of these two together for what McDermott and Leslie Frazier try to do for the defense is kind of unmatched. They get along so well. They know what each other's thinking on and off the field. They're a great tandem. They do their interviews together. I mean, let's be honest, right? When we go into post-game Zoom, it's Poyer and Hyde, Hyde and Poyer. And I think keeping the two of them together is a great move. A small surprise with the salary cap being an issue is, at least according to Ian Rappaport from the NFL Network, that the deal that he agrees to with this extension is not going to have an impact on this year's salary cap. It's $19.5 million additional money for the next 2 years after that. But there are going to be other moves they make. But the idea of keeping a guy like Hyde around, getting that deal done before you do anything else, I think of major consequence this offseason, is important. He's important in that locker room. And again, like I said, you talk about culture, what McDermott likes to preach. Hyde's job has been to nobody gets behind him, right? I mean, that is a tenet of this defense. That is what they believe in. We know they need to improve on certain things. You know, the second corner, more pressure on the quarterback, all of those things. But in the NFL, it's built on not getting beat by the big play and trying to make a play on your own. It's funny, he had 5 interceptions his first year in 2017, made some big plays. Everybody's seen him make the play on the onside kick, taking it back for a touchdown. He's a great athlete, has made those kind of plays for the Bills. But I've never thought of him as a stat guy. I think of him more as a leader, a smart player, a guy who keeps everybody together. So it's a great move. I also made the point of other moves are happening, and it's going to happen, and they're not going to be able to keep everybody. And I know there's going to be some disappointment. I think before we get to the start of free agency, we know of some of the guys who are probably going to go. I think John Brown is going to be one of those guys. You haven't really heard a lot of that since the end of the season, but it would seem to be that type of move as they get themselves ready. And I don't anticipate anything happening with Matt Milano with the Bills. I believe he's going to go into free agency, and I believe he's going to end up getting a nice deal from another team. That's not guaranteed. That's just what it seems like at the moment. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Bills are going to make some moves on that defensive line, right? There's going to be players who could be gone, guys that they signed a year ago. They decide to make a move. I don't think Butler is going anywhere, but Jefferson might be a guy that they move on from on that defensive line, free up some space, and try to get the cap situation in place and then make some strategic moves when it comes time. There's going to be plenty of veteran players out on the open market. Diana Rossini tweeted the other day that it's going to be a tremendous amount of moves. A coach told her that. I don't know if he said bloodbath, but it was a pretty strong phrase as to how many players were going to get cut. You know, a guy like Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, got set free. I don't know if the Bills are going to be interested in him. They're going to need another tight end. I don't think they go in that direction. I think they want more out of the position. But keep your eyes open for those type of moves of veteran players, maybe making too much money in their current situation, or a team that got themselves into cap problems and have to cut a talented guy, maybe especially on that defensive line, loose. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. But once again, a big move for the Bills, an important one, a smart move, the kind of move Brandon Beane makes with his own guys. Micah Hyde signs a 2-year extension. Hey, thanks for watching here on Buffalo Plus and the Buffalo Plus YouTube page. Since Jenna's not here, I will remind you to watch, to like, to subscribe, to comment, all those things that go with Buffalo Plus. We're happy you are watching. We're happy many of you are subscribers, and we'll continue to bring content all year long on your Buffalo Bills. For our entire team, I'm Mike Catalana. Thanks for watching.